Good morning, everyone. I'm back at the modelling desk to work back on the ship. So we'll get the next piece out, which is 2 lots of K8. Here's the 4 K8 parts, which I'll get them cleaned up after I grab the other parts as well. So we need H36. There's that part there. I was waiting for it to go flying across the room then. Here is H14. And as you can see, it's got a round edge on it. And I could quite easily just go chop like that. But if you do that, you'll risk putting a flat edge on it. So this one here, just cut a little bit away from it, like so. And that way you can come back and clean it up and still leave the nice round edge on it. So while we're there, we'll just cut that piece off. And I'll turn it around and we'll cut the other one off. Whoops, that's what I was talking about before. There it is. There's all the parts ready to be cleaned. Here is all the parts all cleaned up and ready to go. So there's a right way and a wrong way to put these pieces together because one end has a rounded edge. So what we're really looking for is with the rounded edge facing forward, you want the piece with the little round bit in it to be facing towards the rear flat side. So how do I put this together while being on the camera? So something like that. If I can now turn that, yes, no. So just like that there. Okay, I'll glue that and we'll get the next one ready. I was just about to glue this and I wasn't sure how the clip was in the other one. It's also very important to make sure that that's the base of your crane. So make sure that is facing down and don't do it this way up, because otherwise you're going to have to pull it all apart. So yeah, turn it around that way, get it all going, and then add your little piece on top with the ring, and just like so. That's it. There. There it is, ready to glue the next one. So we'll just glue that in that position and then we'll separate them to make them nice and straight. I'll show you this one on camera and then I'll carry on with the rest of them. So just like so, and there, that's it. And then we will just pull that one open and there you have it. So I just put the inside piece in just off camera. It was really quite fiddly to do, so I kind of needed all my concentration on it. So there it is with the center bar inside it. That'll obviously need just adjusting a little bit when I put the top on it, but you can understand where we're going with this. So what I've done here, I've just glued this section here, and while this is sort of going off, now I'm going to spread these other two apart and push these parts where they roughly need to be. So that one's going to go in there. That one's going to go back just a smidge there. It's tight. Wow. It's really tight. So let me see now. I need to nudge that one over this way. Come on, in you go. I'll turn that back around a bit. We'll give that a nudge down that way. So there it is. I've kind of got it together and exactly where it's got to be. So while I'm squashing between my two fingers there, I'm just going to glue it home. Just enough to start it off. And we'll give her a minute and we'll come back and readjust it. There it is, just there. Oh, looks like that other one's moved. A little bit fiddly. Probably should have let the other one dry off and then come back and fit the other half, but anyway, for the sake of video, it's together. I'm still finding I have to be really careful and adjust this back to the right spot. Is it there? Yeah, that's in the right spot now. Okay, so they're okay that way. And that bar has to be up and down. There actually is a locating hole on the bottom here. So there, it's in the locating spot in the top. Roll it back around this way. Now that we have this together, what we'll do, and everything is in the correct spot, what I'll do, I'll let this go off for a minute, and then after it's dry, I'll hit it again with a bit more glue just to make sure it's nailed home, because I can see there's a little tiny gap. Oh, wrong light. Actually, that is the wrong light. So there's a little tiny gap in there. So yeah, it's small and it's fiddly, and you've got to try and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces together in one hit. Not easy to do. Okay. So I've just re-glued it all. We'll just go over it again. All the pieces together. It's all the way home. And it's not bad now to muck around with. So I'm pretty happy that come out like that, even though it's quite fiddly. Once again, just take your time and it'll all work out okay. There you go. So what we'll do now, I'll make the next one. So there's the next one together. I just want to mention that center pole there, just be careful because there's a hole up the top here. Don't be fooled thinking that that's got to go into that hole. It doesn't. It's there as a stabilizer, if you like. That is for the next section. There's a gun of some sort going to go on top of there. So that's what that hole's for. So there it is. Okay, I felt it was important to come in here. On this plan here, these two pieces look like they come as one on the sprue. And I really had to study it for a minute because that looks like that exact piece, but in actual fact, it's not. The top end is the bottom bit, and the bit that's in my fingers is actually the bottom bit there. There's another section, so just be careful you're not thinking that this is the same piece that's got to go in there all in one. And also, while I'm at it, that piece there in the middle, that's like a junk bit of sprue that's got to come off. So you need that section and that section, and the other section's got to come off. It was really confusing until I'm really looking at it going, hang on, what have they done here? So just be mindful of that. And don't forget you'll need this part here, H38. It's pretty small, but you definitely need it. These two pieces here, they look identical, and they're not. So one end has 2 males, the other end has 1 male and 1 female, and this is very important. So be careful not to mess them up. So here they are laid out in their correct order, and the only one with the female bit you want on this side and the outside. Alright, we're all set up to put this together. I'm not saying the way that I'm going to put it together is the correct way, but it's the way I'm going to do it. So pretty much just lining that one up and putting that one, this is not going well, putting that one on there. Like so. Alright, I think you understand what I mean. This next piece, which on the plan is, where are we? The bottom bit underneath. While we've got it sitting here, I think we're just going to put that on too, but we're not going to glue that because we want that to be movable. So we're just going to sit that basically like that, and then try and add on the top piece. like so, like that, and then that one goes that way on there. Let's catch that one and that one, like so. So you want that. Oh, that one's missing it. That's what's happening here. That one's missing it. So we need. So the moulding's not quite correct in this one. So what we're going to do is, to help it out, I'll get the little drill set out and we'll drill that hole out. So we're just eyeing off the right drill set there. I think that might be the right one by the time we go to this edge. And yeah, we want a little bigger than a little smaller, so that'll do. There's our drill set ready. So what I did off camera just now, I've put these two together down the bottom. It was really fiddly, and I got to tell you, it was annoying me. And I've just glued this section here as well, so I'm just waiting for it to go off. There's no glue on here, it's just sort of snapped together. Just so I've got some sort of stable something to work with. And this we can quickly throw in underneath afterwards because we can kind of open it up a bit. So yeah, I'll come back and we'll add that piece and that piece on top. So this piece just sort of, here we go. This piece goes on top like so. See if I can just do that again. Nope, it's not working. Okay, let's try that one last time. We're in camera view there, I am. So what we want, just now I've got that. Slide it back. So basically we want that to be touching right there. Come on. Oh, God. Okay, I've got it. So, right there. And while I've got that piece and just holding it all steady, nudge that one down and touch. Right, what I'm going to do while I'm here and exactly where I want it, I'm going to put a dab there, a dab there. I'm just going to hold this down for a second. That's it. That's it. You understand where I'm going with this. I just needed to be holding together enough. And then, yeah, and I double checked this as well, and it does go on top, which I thought was a little strange, but anyway, it does. So now we've got the front bit glued up. We'll just dab it here and here. Might do there as well. A bit more glue. And then what we'll do is set the next section up, which is basically here and here. I know it looks messy, but it's not. So yeah. Now we'll just finish off the tail end of this. I've seen that wick back towards my fingers, so I've got to be a little careful. Just hold it down. Yeah, that's it. That's got it nicely. Okay, so that's that section done. Well, I got lucky there because I just dropped that straight on and it landed exactly where I needed to be. So I'm going to quickly glue that up. I can't believe that landed like that. Getting back to the camera now. So there you can see it's starting to come together, the crane, and it is actually movable. We just need the last little bit on the bottom and we're good to go after that. So I'll just let this dry for another couple more minutes and then we'll just slip the bottom bit in and that'll be one finished. So there's the bottom bit in and that's also removable, so when we do the rigging we'll make some adjustments with that. Well, there we have the two of them now finished and they still need a little bit more cleaning up, but they're basically finished. Now, coming back to these torrents, I've had a bit of a think about it, and I think what I'm going to do is tip a couple out here. So I think, because of the size and how small they are, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the left one here one colour and the right one another colour, and then when I slip them together like so, it'll have some to be honest with you, I don't really know the word I'm looking for, but you understand where I'm going with this. I just don't want it to sort of disappear in amongst the ship. I want to be able to see it. So if that means I paint the guns a slightly different color, and I can hand paint the top bit to match in with this, I'm more than happy to do that, just so the guns actually stick out. If I glue this on now, it's going to be very hard to do that. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that I think those, for now, I'll leave them in the container, and I'll do them one at a time, or separately to two different colors. Just while I am quickly talking about these, you would have noticed I did not put the gun on top of there, and probably for the same reason I just mentioned, which is these will be painted one color, and the guns, I want them to stand out a little more, so I'm going to paint them another color. So I'll paint them separately, and then I'll just quickly add them with a drop of glue afterwards, and hopefully they'll stand out more. So yeah, I just don't want them getting lost in amongst the build because everything is so tiny. Yeah, so I think that's where we're at. There you go. Fiddly, but worth it in the end. So pretty much we're at the end of the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.